Counting on the truth behind Jessa Duggar's lazy parenting. Counting on alum Jessa Duggar Seawald has faced controversies over the years for her parenting. The 31-year-old mom has been accused of exploiting her kids to endorse products and programs on social media. But it's not the only issue Ben's wife has faced. Some Redditors even recalled hearing she has lazy parenting. Keep reading to see the discussion. Counting on. How's Jessa Duggar and Ben Seawald today? Jessa is back on social media sharing fun content about her family. Last week, the Counting on alum admired her husband Ben for being the best cook, adding that he made a fantastic spread for their home date. This also shuts down the speculation that the two are facing marital issues. Even Jinger and Jeremy chimed in on the controversy on their recent podcast, saying that the rumors about Ben and Jessa were all false. The truth behind Jessa's lazy parenting. Some Redditors discuss Jessa's parenting and why she has faced many issues over the years. According to some, the Counting on alum allegedly blanket trained her kids, which is a questionable parenting practice. Others also recall the time when she posted a video in her house where 10 diapers were piled onto her dresser and people were disgusted by it. This made some fans think Jessa Duggar Seawald is a lazy parent. Others also called her out for her lazy birthday presents for her kids, which all came from Amazon. I remember a long time ago she posted a video in their old house where there were like 10 dirty diapers piled onto her dresser or something. People were pretty disgusted by that. There's an old house tour where they show their clogged toilet, including the excrement inside. She just has a very monotone, bland persona, and this carries over to her parenting. She doesn't seem like she enjoys her kids. No Wrapped presents. Just a plain, boring Amazon box. Would it kill her to try to add joy to her kids' birthdays? For me, it's less about her lazy parenting and her general lack of hygiene in her home, which I have no doubt is based off of how she grew up. Counting on. Jessa Duggar sparks pregnancy rumors. Jessa Duggar Seawald also made headlines last September for sharing family photos in which some of her kids suspiciously covered her. This made some Counting on fans speculate that she may be pregnant with a sixth child. According to some, Jessa is long overdue if she's following a certain pattern of giving birth to kids. However, Jessa later took to the comments section of her post to tell a fan that she wasn't pregnant, adding that she only had too much ice cream on their vacation. In the ever-watchful world of the Duggar family, no move goes unnoticed and no parenting choice escapes critique. Jessa Duggar Seawald, a stand-up figure from TLC's 19 Kids and Counting On, has often been the subject of praise and scrutiny alike. But in recent months, whispers have grown louder across online forums and comment sections. Is Jessa Duggar guilty of what some critics call lazy parenting? From her laid-back homeschooling style to how she manages meals and discipline in a house full of small children, Jessa has built a reputation for doing things her own way. But is this really lazy, or is it simply a different approach to parenting than what the public expects from a Duggar daughter? Let's dig into the reality behind the headlines and online chatter, because the truth behind Jessa's so-called lazy parenting is far more complex than a viral soundbite. A more relaxed Duggar? From the very beginning, Jessa was never quite like her sisters. Always articulate, confident, and slightly more sarcastic than the others, she carved her own path. Now married to Ben Seawald and mother to 5 children, Jessa shares glimpses of her parenting journey on YouTube and Instagram. Her followers have watched her juggle toddlers and newborns, renovate a house, and homeschool, all without the tightly regimented schedules the Duggar family was once famous for. And therein lies the crux of the controversy. Some viewers, especially longtime Duggar watchers, expect a structured, almost militant level of discipline and planning. When Jessa posts a vlog where laundry is piling up, meals are thrown together quickly, or kids are running amok while she chats to the camera, those viewers cry foul. This is just lazy, some comment. She's overwhelmed and unorganized. But Jessa herself has pushed back, without directly addressing her critics, by continuing to show her life, unfiltered and unapologetically real. I'm not trying to be perfect. Unlike her sister Jana, who was long viewed as the family's in-house parent, Jessa seems comfortable admitting that she's learning as she goes. In several videos, she's noted how difficult it can be to homeschool multiple children while also caring for an infant. She's also shared meal prep hacks that prioritize speed and simplicity over presentation. To critics, this translates as cutting corners. To her supporters, it's something else entirely: authenticity. One commenter on YouTube recently summed it up: Jessa isn't lazy. She's just stopped pretending to be perfect, and that's what people aren't used to seeing from a Duggar. This perspective matters. The Duggars have long been accused of staging picture-perfect lives for the camera, while chaos brewed behind the scenes. Jessa breaking that mold, even slightly, may be triggering for viewers who still hold on to the older image. Redefining Duggar motherhood. Jessa's version of motherhood doesn't align with the tightly wound, ultra-structured lifestyle many expected. And perhaps that's why her choices feel so polarizing. She shares grocery hauls that include frozen pizzas and canned food. She lets her kids play freely without constant hovering. She admits when she forgets things or doesn't get to every lesson in the homeschool planner. But isn't that just real life? Modern parenting conversations are full of terms like gentle parenting, free-range kids, and mental load. In that context, Jessa isn't lazy, she's pragmatic. She's choosing her battles. She's letting go of some of the pressure she was likely raised under. If anything, her transparency could be seen as a quiet rebellion against the Duggar machine. She's still conservative, still deeply religious, but she doesn't hide her messes anymore. And that may be a more powerful statement than any staged family portrait. The cost of internet judgment. Jessa Duggar has faced online criticism for nearly a decade now. She was criticized for her wedding registry, her birth stories, her parenting, her makeup, her house, and even the books on her shelf. What's particularly notable, though, is how often this criticism seems to stem from her choice to show less than perfect moments. A toddler melting down in the background. Dishes in the sink. A less than immaculate homeschool room. These things, critics argue, show she's slacking. But others argue that the criticism says more about us than it does about her. Why are we so uncomfortable with a woman, especially a mother of 5, choosing a more relaxed, less performative style of parenting? Is the accusation of lazy just another way to police mothers, particularly those who grew up in strict religious households and are now forging a new version of family life? From fundamentalist daughter to intentional mother, to understand why Jessa's parenting choices spark such debate, it helps to remember where she came from. The Duggar family operated under the controversial teachings of the Institute in Basic Life Principles (IBLP), which promoted rigid gender roles, corporal punishment, and a lifestyle of submission and control. For many years, Jessa publicly supported these teachings. But in recent years, especially after her brother Josh's scandals rocked the family, Jessa has distanced herself somewhat. While she hasn't outright condemned the IBLP, her parenting seems notably less authoritarian than what her parents modeled. This shift to some reads as passive, but to others it reads as intentional. Jessa is parenting on her own terms now, and that means messes, shortcuts, and admitting